What's going on, my beautiful people out there in the fragrance world? Welcome to PR Scents. My name's Jose. So the other day, I went into a shop and a friend of mine works there, and she gave me a fragrance. She goes, "You got to try this, blah, blah, blah." And I did. And the whole basis of the fragrance was that it is induced with pheromones. So it'll have the girls going crazy when you wear it and things like that. And I decided, let me do some research and let you guys know, do pheromones really work? Do pheromone-laced fragrances really work? And I did a little bit of research. I didn't go deep down, but I asked AI and I looked up some stuff. And if you want to know, stick around and I'll let you know that. Plus, I've got 5 fragrances that, don't have pheromones, but I'll explain as I go along and tell you about those fragrances. So hopefully you'll stick around. I'll see you in a second. Thanks, guys. All right, guys, welcome back. So, like I said, she gave me this fragrance, and it is by a company called Pure Instinct. This one happens to be Pure Instinct Velvet. And the whole basis behind this Pure Instinct line is that their fragrances are induced with pheromones. And they have videos of girls, saying, I'm gonna put this on, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna see how many guys buy me drinks. And then of course this picture after, the video after video after video of her getting drinks from guys. So like I said, I decided to look up about pheromones. I asked AI, and I've known this, but I figured I'll let you guys know. Pheromones do not work when it comes to fragrances. A lot of fragrances sell the whole point behind, this fragrance has pheromones, it'll get you noticed, it'll have girls all over you, blah, blah, blah. But no, that's not the case. I heard one reviewer talking about it, and they had a good point. They're like, you could be the shittiest person ever. You could, dress crappy, and, the whole concept is, but if you put on this pheromone fragrance, the girls will not be able to resist you. It doesn't work, guys. Pheromones in fragrances don't work. I don't even know if they really do have pheromones. What do they do? Like, do they get like skunk musk or something and put it in there? I don't know. This particular fragrance does smell nice. It's a freshie. And you could go to pureinstinct.com and, check them out. Just search for Pure Instinct Pheromone Fragrance and you'll find that website. And this one is called Velvet, like I said, and it does smell nice. It's a freshie, but it is gone probably in less than 30 minutes. I cannot smell it anymore. And, I put it on and asked Brenda, I'm like, so how do you feel? And she's like, yeah, it's a freshie. Not, there was nothing about, oh my God, this smells so good. Oh my God, let me grab you. Nothing like that. They don't work. So don't get, don't buy into the whole thing of, oh, get this fragrance because it has pheromones and the girls will be all over you or the guys will be over you. Doesn't work. What does work is if you take care of yourself, if you groom yourself, if you dress nicely, if you have good manners, if you can talk to people, that's what works, okay? A fragrance is just an added layer to that. Do you smell good? That's probably the first thing. If you stink, nobody's gonna wanna talk to you. So take a shower, dress yourself up, look good, groom your nails, groom your hair, and things like that. Put on a really nice fragrance and you might get lucky, okay? But don't rely on things like pheromone fragrances. And a couple of things before I keep on going and tell you the 5 that I do have that I think you guys would probably really, really enjoy and would probably, I know for a fact that I've worn these and I get compliments all the time with them. I just got a big compliment the other day with one of them and I'll let you know. But 2 things. One is, for those of you that know I like to draw, I just finished a new one and I don't know if you can see it, but that's my Spider-Man drawing. I think it came out pretty cool. So yeah, hope you enjoy that one. Secondly, please don't forget to subscribe if you find this information informational. I would really, really appreciate it. Hit that like button and, that way I get pushed up in the algorithms and more people get to see me. I hit 7,000, so for those of you that subscribe, thank you very much. So let's talk about these. 5 of them that I think you guys should look into that are really, really good, and I've gotten major compliments with. The first one is by Lattafa, and it is Khamrah Qawah. Now, for those of you that have smelled Khamrah, when it first came out, there was a big thing about, oh, it's a clone of Killian's Angel Share. It's not. It takes a twist on the Killian's Angel Share and creates its own thing, and it's very, very sweet. To me, it's a lot more pronounced than Killian's Angel Share. And then they came out with some flankers. They came out with Qawah, and they came out with Dukan. I like Qawah because Qawah adds a coffee note to it, and it is beautiful. And I get compliments like crazy. I do get told you smell really, really sweet, like a candy, but they also smell that coffee in there. But if you want a really nice fragrance that is kind of sweet, and has a little bit of that Angel Share DNA, but mends it up a little bit with that coffee note, Khamrah Qawah by Lattafa is really, really good. So that's one. So the next one I have for you is this one, and it's Haramain Detour Intense, Detour Noir Intense. This is a clone of Pegasus Exclusive, and it is really, really nice, but you have to like almondy kind of fragrances because you definitely smell some almond in it. I have Craze, which is a clone of Pegasus. This is a clone of Pegasus Exclusive, and this is so good. The funny thing with this one is that I get that almondy kind of feel from it, but it doesn't have any almond in it. This has got things like pink pepper, heliotrope, which is probably that almondy note that I'm getting. Bergamot, cardamom, vanilla, amber, gaiac wood, lavender, geranium, jasmine. It does get a little bit more floral, but it's really nice. You get maybe like 4 to 6 hours with it, closer to the 4 side, at least I do. But it smells delicious, and for this weather in the fall and winter, this is so, so good. I definitely recommend you look into this one, and this is Haramain's Detour Noir Intense. The next one. Now, the next one is a recent acquisition of mine, and it's grown on me so much. I really do enjoy this, and this is by Lattafa, and this is Habik by Lattafa. The bottle's beautiful, and this is inspired by a version of a discontinued fragrance, which is Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Male Essence. And that was discontinued, I don't know how long ago. This does a really nice job. This is so, so good. It's got cardamom, pepper, artemisia, bergamot, lavender, tonka bean. This is leathery. It's sweet, spicy, nice longevity, nice sillage. I wish it lasted a little longer, but you know, given some time, it probably will mature better and get better with time. But man, this is nice. I see this more as a cool weather kind of fragrance, an evening fragrance that you dress up for. You know, not for spring and summer, but oh, if you want to smell, nice atomizer. Oh, it's so good. It is a slightly peppery too. It's very spicy at the beginning, but really, really nice. A more deeper, earthy kind of fragrance. So keep that in mind. If you like freshies, you may not like this one, but man, is it good. I'm telling you, it's really good. So that's number 3. Let's move on to number 4. Now, number 4 is one that I just recently got, and my God, I don't know, I've got to look, but I've probably put a nice dent in this one, and this is by Arabiat Prestige, and this is their Lutfa line, and this is Light in the Heart. Now, this is a twist on Altair, because what they did was they took Altair, and then they added MFK's Grand Soir into it. So at the beginning, when you first spray it, you get that Altair DNA, but as it starts drying down, it starts to switch into the Grand Soir kind of fragrance, and it is beautiful. I went into a shop the other day, Friday or Saturday, and the woman was like, "What are you wearing?" Because whatever you're wearing just makes me want to jump over this counter, and you know, she used other words, but you get the hint. And I told her, she's like, you got to give me the name so I can give it to my husband, because I won't be able to, like, you know, be away from him if he's wearing that. So I gave her the name of it. This is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. And I paid $35 for this fragrance. This is similar to Liquid Broom in that Altair kind of note. But like I said, as it starts to dry down, you get that Grand Soir kind of fragrance as well. And it is just gorgeous. I just love it. The sillage and the longevity are moderate on it for now, but people do smell it. I mean, I put it on maybe an hour before I went to the shop, and when I got there, she was like, "What are you wearing?" So yeah, so I do get compliments on it. You definitely get at the beginning like a citrusy, mildly citrusy, but cinnamon kind of feel. And if you have Liquid Broom, that's what it smells like when you first spray it. But as it starts to dry down, it gets creamy. Some people have asked me if it's a gourmand. I guess it can be. It's got Gaiac wood, elemi, which gives a fragrance like a spicy, piney kind of feel. And then it dries down to vanilla and ambroxan. And that's probably why it does last a little longer, which I love. But yeah, if you want a really good fragrance, I've got to look into this house more, because I've been looking into them a little bit, and I see that they have a lot. They're not necessarily known as a clone house. They're known for taking a fragrance, trying to figure out what the bad things are of it, because a lot of people in this case talked about Altair giving them headaches. I don't know what it is that does that, but something in Altair gives a lot of people headaches. This kind of got rid of that whatever note it was in there that does that, it got rid of that. So, you know, that's a bonus. Altair or Liquid Broom or this doesn't give me a headache. Actually, no fragrance gives me no, there is one that gives me a slight headache, and that's Minister of Oud by Paris Corner or Fragrance World. That thing gives me a headache. But this is gorgeous. This is really, really gorgeous. So that's number 4. And the last one I have for you guys is this one, which you can get this on Amazon for about $25. I happen to get this at Burlington, and it is by Rasasi, and it is Hawas Ice for Him. Guys, this thing is a compliment monster for me. Look at this. I've had this probably 2 months. I've put a dent in this thing, and I like to wear it in the winter as well. But whenever I wear this, I get compliments. Women are like, a woman stopped me in the parking lot, and I mean, she literally went after me in the parking lot and said, "What are you wearing? I've got to get it for my husband." And I told her, I wrote it down for her. But this is beautiful. And for $25 or $30, you cannot go wrong with this. Some people say it smells like Invictus Aqua. Honestly, I haven't smelled Invictus Aqua, so I can't tell you. But what I can tell you is that this is beautiful. I have Hawas regular, and I have this, and I have Hawas black. But the Hawas regular and this a little bit similar to each other, but this adds some added notes that just make it stand out better than the original Hawas. So if you want a really nice compliment getting fragrance, Hawas Ice is so good. So I recommend that one as well. So that's what I have for you. Pheromones do not work, but fragrances like this with a nice look do work. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I just want to let you guys know that, all right? So that's it. That's all I have for you. I hope you guys like this video. If you did, please do me a huge favor. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, you guys know what to do. You guys make sure that you be safe, you be loved, and I will talk to you later. Thanks, guys. Bye.